Well, welcome back to another episode of 5 Things You Might Not Know About WWE 2K16. This, as always, is the 101. So, this is episode number 3. Episodes 1 and 2 can be found in the series playlist, linked down below. As I like to emphasise in all these episodes, this is the things you might not know, so do keep that in mind when watching the video. And yeah, episode number 3 of 5 Things You Might Not Know About WWE 2K16. Here we go. Let's kick this off with a brand new addition to the game via the 1.4 patch, that addition being the ability to edit all alternative attire slots. Now what I mean by this is before the patch, if you wanted to create or edit an alternative attire slot for a superstar with multiple attires, you had to use the default slot. For example, if you wanted to create a retro Triple H, you were forced to use his 98 version as opposed to his 2001 version. Same goes for the Undertaker, where you had to use his 98 version and could not use his 99 military version. However, since the latest patch, that has now been changed, as there is now a brand new feature of being able to select what slot you want to edit, which now means all looks and all attires are now usable for creations. So obviously an awesome addition and a great new feature coming via the latest patch, and because it was quietly added via the patch, this is definitely something you might not know about WWE 2K16. Next up, another thing you might not be aware of is some of the brand new barricade moves. Now I have featured these in a couple of previous videos, but if you missed those or maybe new to the channel, then yeah, 2K have added some really cool barricade moves to 2K16. Now a few of these are more generic, which the majority of the roster has, however there is also a few more unique ones which are really cool. Now some of these more unique ones include Randy Orton and his back suplex, Cesaro and his big swing, and even the Big Show has a pretty cool reverse suplex. So again, much like the first thing in today's episode, the brand new barricade moves are a great addition to 2K16. Another thing that is technically new to this year's game is the ability to do stereo announce table finishers. Now obviously announce table finishers themselves aren't new to the game, but due to 2K16 reintroducing arenas with 2 announce tables in them, stereo announce table finishers are now doable. So obviously nothing too secret, just something you may not consider trying out. Similar to last episode's stereo OMG moments, this is fun to do when playing with friends, so next time you are playing with a friend, then definitely consider giving this one a go. Now back in episode number 1, I touched on the fairly new glitch that allowed us to use custom face paint on in-game superstars, but something you might not know is that the same method can be used to do some other critical things in the game. Now that same method can also be used to cover up some tattoos, for example Randy Orton or Brock Lesnar. It can also be used to cover up some short hairstyles, for example Kane or Randy Orton again, and it can even be used to add some facial hair via texturing as well, for example as shown here with John Cena. Now a lot of these cool edits and creations can be found on the community creations, so in case 2K do eventually patch this glitch, you might want to download some of these whilst you can. And moving on to the last thing in today's episode, we have got the OMG Dives in the Elimination Chamber matches. Now what I will say is that at times this can be glitchy, but still pretty cool. Technically you can't do the moves as OMG moments, what you can do is set the exact same moves as the Against the Ropes moves, which basically have the exact same result. Now as far as I'm aware, all different dives work doing this, including the Suicide DDT and even the Suicide Spear. As I say, pretty cool and definitely fun to try out, so the next time you do play a chamber match, then definitely consider giving this one a go. And yeah, the OMG Dives in chamber matches concludes today's episode of 5 Things You Might Not Know About WWE 2K16. So as always, drop me a comment down below and let me know if any of the featured 5 things were new to you. If you have enjoyed this episode and would like to see another episode as soon as possible, then be sure to support the video with a big thumbs up, as the better the feedback, the quicker the next episode will get done. That is it for this one, so I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Hopefully expect another episode coming fairly soon. And until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.